Mr. President, 40 years ago this week, a young prosecutor from Vermont was sworn into the United States Senate. 40 years ago. He was part of an historic group of lawmakers often referred to as the Watergate babies. Today, that man is President Pro Tem Emeritus and the most senior member of the United States Senate. It's an honor to serve with him and to recognize Senator Patrick Leahy for reaching this historic milestone. Patrick Leahy remains the youngest senator and the only Democratic senator ever sent to this body by the people of his home state of Vermont. But that's not what makes Patrick Leahy exceptional. What makes him exceptional is the fact that he's a consensus builder, a thoughtful man committed to making government work better. It's been a privilege for me to work closely with Senator Leahy, serving on the Senate Judiciary Committee. As a member of that committee since 1979 and for many years chairman, Senator Leahy made a profound mark on America's system of justice. He's voted on the nominations of every sitting member of the United States Supreme Court. And he's fought to preserve the balance between liberty and security during especially difficult times. Senator Leahy has also fought to make America's respect for human rights a cornerstone of our nation's foreign policy. He's been a leader in the global effort to ban anti-personnel landmines. He championed the Leahy Law to prevent U.S. tax dollars from benefiting human rights abusers abroad. He was a leader in recent efforts to free U.S. citizen Alan Gross from a Cuban jail and in the modernization of our nation's policy toward that island. One last point. Pat Leahy is also almost certainly the biggest deadhead in the United States Senate. 20 years ago, he invited his good friend, Jerry Garcia, the lead guitarist for the Grateful Dead, to join him at lunch here in the Capitol. Two other members of the band came along, drummer Mickey Hart, bass player Phil Lesh. As you might imagine, this unusual foursome created a bit of a stir in the Senate dining room. Then in walked Senator Strom Thurmond of South Carolina. Over the bridge builder, Senator Leahy walked over to Senator Thurmond and said, "Please join us. There's someone I want you to meet." It's a story worth pondering as we begin the 114th Congress. If we could all be so open to creating unlikely alliances, there's no telling what we might achieve in the next 2 years. Again, I want to thank my friend Senator Leahy on his 40 years of service to the people of Vermont, America, and to the great causes that face our generation. Mr. President, I yield the floor and suggest the absence of call.